I'm not late. Why? I said 9:30. It's 9:30 on the dot. Doing good.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow too.
Everybody having a pretty good week so far?
Go give Daddy kisses. No. No. Down. Yes. Go give Daddy
We're
kisses.
supposed to get some crazy thunderstorms tonight.
No.
What's wrong? You need to go to bed?
Get in the bed. She knows she's not supposed to.
Is it bedtime? Great week. That's good.
Give Dad a kiss.
Honey.
Give Daddy a kiss.
Up, kiss. You want to say hi? Want to say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Is that Kenzie? You don't want to say hi?
Give Daddy kisses.
Come here. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. You don't want to say hi?
Give Dad a kiss.
Say good. Say hi. Say good night. Say good night. Good night. Love you. Have a good night.
Okay, give Daddy a kiss now. Yeah, Daddy.
Aww. Is that Kenzie? You see Kenzie? You see Kenzie? Aww. You see Kenzie? Good night. Sleep good. You in the hospital bed, Joshua? That sucks. Hey, Scab, how you doing? How you doing, Alex? Someone kicked you out of Scab's live? Alright, dear Slayer. Got kicked out for a comment. Maybe somebody did it by accident. It's happened before. Sometimes when you're just scrolling through, you'll accidentally click on someone's name and hit stuff before you even realize that you've done it. Hey Billingsley, how you doing? Say Scab. I would say more than likely somebody accidentally did it. Because I know like when I'm scrolling through comments on my live or Trapper Jay's or Iowa's, all the time I'll be like trying to scroll up or down and I'll accidentally hit somebody's name and it'll just pop up and I'll click on something for her to know it. And I can always back out before I actually do something, but it's not hard to, do it on accident. Doing good. Say when we know who the people are. Gosh, well, that's weird. I'm doing good, Billingsley. We're supposed to get a pretty big storm tonight. Lots of hail, thunder, strong winds, kind of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Okay. So it hasn't been getting cold like last week, so. Joshua, now they said very low chances of tornadoes. There's chances, but very low. But Where I live here, we don't get tornadoes. I live in between two big hills, and there's a bunch of hills here, so we don't get tornadoes. It ain't flat enough. Held off setting beaver traps again. I went to. The weather's ridiculous. I don't know if you guys are supposed to get a whole bunch of rain up there, but we are. I don't. They didn't really say how many inches. They were more or less talking about the hail and stuff like that. Supposed to get super loud thunder though, so that'd be fun. A lot of straight line wind. So I'm sure we'll have damage and stuff tomorrow, but it doesn't really affect us here all too much. Hey Flintlock, how you doing? You have a pretty good day? You decided to gamble? Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things. It sucks because you only got a certain amount of time to get out there and try, but it's hard to play the weather. Appreciate everybody coming in here tonight. I know it's pretty late, especially for people out east. Well, pretty late to start a live anyways. But we've been having the church revival at our church all week, so we've been getting home about 8:45. Scab, it doesn't tell you who booted you on any kind of site. That's like a security issue because I don't want people to retaliate against others. That makes sense. I have a few coon syrups that would work for hogs. They're got sweet smell. I got cherry would work good for hogs. Persimmon, sweet corn. I got a few of those that would work good. I mean, there's more than just those that would work good. The apple would work good too. Yeah, it's Missouri. 31st is last day. I think Iowa, I think they go till April 15th though. Yeah, Joshua, you made him mad. He was super mad. So I made yeah, April 15th. I made a hot sauce today. My first batch. It's pretty good. It's not like super spicy like a lot of them, but it's definitely got quite a bit of heat. It's too hot for my wife anyway.
Your wife also has acid reflux.
Joshua. Hey PA, how you doing? I mean, I couldn't really tell you like how hot. I mean, it's hotter than just a normal hot sauce, but it's not like super hot. That makes sense. I just got chips and salsa. Scab caught. I don't remember. I want to say 7 or 9 otter this year. Like snares, yeah. I know a lot of people do good with snares on hogs. We don't have hogs here. We have one here and there. That's it. 12 of them. Goodness, Scab. It's a wet hot sauce. I already have 2 barbecue rubs. One sweet, one spicy. Also have a steak seasoning that I'll have available before too long. So the aftermath to be able to drop down. Yeah. Yeah, see, where I live, there's like a bunch of hills. Like a bunch.
I was thinking it won't ever happen, but
It's never happened before. We get some strong winds that could practically be a tornado, but we get lots of winds that break trees in half and push them over and tear down barns and stuff like that, but we don't get tornadoes. But now you can go, 10, 12 miles away and they have quite a few tornadoes because it's a lot flatter. Appreciate it, Joshua. They're definitely really good. I've yet to have a complaint. Yeah, Scap said that he had a lot of otter. He said that a lot of times when he's going to check traps, he'll just see him swimming. Yeah, I was planning on having a biggest beaver contest this year, but I didn't really have the money for the giveaway. So I'll probably do one next year. I know we had the raccoon giveaway, or the raccoon contest.
I try to comment it, but it takes the whole screen on.
Just back on a little bit now.
I have 7 times.
Deer Slayer's back. Say I had plans to do one with Trapper J, but I just didn't. I didn't have the money to do to have a giveaway for it. So see him go back and forth. Yeah. No, I mean if you still got sign and animals there, you might as well stay there as long as you can. Yeah, I'm gonna plan on having a beaver contest next year. Yeah, so it's probably not otter season right now, so it would definitely suck to start catching them now. Some of that stuff aggravates me. Like, I think if one thing's in season, the other should be, especially with. I mean, you can't help the accidental catches, especially if you're, using drowner sets or 330s. I mean, if you catch an otter, it's not like you can just let it go. Scab. Guessing mid 60s, got several 70s this season. Yeah. I know there's some areas that have some really big beaver. I had a friend, not too far from me, about 30, 45 minutes away, that caught a 60-pound beaver. Yeah, 70 pounds is a real nice beaver. What you do is you feed them all year, so in the spring when you drop them, they're big and heavy. Well, 59 3 days ago. It's awesome, PA. Scab tried the seasoning in the bottle, said it was pretty good. I'm glad he liked it. So I've yet to have a complaint about it, so. '84, just teenager in Mississippi, River, Missouri. It's awesome. I appreciate it, Joshua. Tastes like Lay's barbecue chips. Yeah. I don't know. I don't eat barbecue chips, so I can't tell you the last time I had a barbecue chip.
Which one did you think?
No, sweet.
Sweet and salty?
Yeah. It's the only sweet one there is.
You like sweet meat?
But it's not sweet. Caught a huge one this year, but not sure how big. Pumped 2 rebar stakes, built center block in the middle of the pond, fire to try this. That's crazy. Although, I don't know how many of you follow Anthony Asher, Asher Bros Outdoors on YouTube, but he did a video just a couple days ago of he caught a raccoon in a 220 that he had sitting by a pond. And when he checked the trap was gone and there was nothing there. So he thought maybe a hog had stepped in it or something and ran off with it. Well, like 2 weeks it went by or something like that, and the pond had went down quite a bit, and he looked out there and he seen something. So he looked out there and there was a coon. So he pulled it out, and his coon was in the trap. It had just like flopped down into the pond. And it's like that's crazy. Yeah, PA. The record beaver is so picture of. Yeah, I know quite a few people that have caught 70 to 80 pound beaver. Got your birds back. That's good. Hey, Michael, how you doing? No problem. Yeah, Joshua, I don't think you'll regret it. So, big boar coons. Yeah. And some coon in some areas can get pretty big. Well, there's some places that 30-pound coon is kind of common. Here, common coon is about 16 pounds. So there's definitely a big difference in areas, depending on where you're at. That's crazy, Billingsley. 104. That's a big beaver. I wonder how big the casters were. If he had very big casters or not. Hey, Robs, how you doing? 223 pounds this past season. You talking about PA? You talking about raccoons? It's pretty good for raccoon. Say my biggest one I caught here this year was like 18 and a half. Definitely much bigger in central Kansas, central. Oh yeah, definitely. That's the ones like Iowa Trapper catches are 3 times the size of the ones I catch around here. And, you know, he's not too awfully far from me, about 5 hours or so. So it's crazy how big of a difference there is. But you know, up there they have a lot of cornfields and stuff like that. So them coon are always eating. It's going. Sorry about spawning. Oh, you're good. Autocorrect can definitely mess you up sometimes. Yeah. So it's crazy. You can go 2 hours away from where you trap and it'll be completely different. The animals, a lot of the animals like differently. There'll be different sizes. It's crazy. You know, a good coyote for me is, I consider a good coyote anything over 25 pounds, really, but 30-pound coyote around here is a really good coyote. And then you can go farther up north and 30-pound coyotes, you know, on the smaller end, so it's crazy. That's a dang child, not a beaver. Yeah. Yeah. So you can go just a little bit away from where you are, and yeah, the animals will be completely different. Even 1 hour, yeah. Oh yeah. 56-pound coyote here, yeah. Say my biggest coyote ever, which was this year, was 35 pounds. That was a big dog. But then again, you know, the population of coyotes we have is crazy. We have a lot of coyotes. 20 miles south of me, Missouri, it changes too. Oh yeah. Well, it's just like deer. I mean, like here we have some very large bucks, but you go up to the Iowa line and then, I mean, it's ridiculous. The average bucks here and the average bucks there are completely different. And then you get to body size, and there's a huge difference in body size.
Well, even here in Arkansas, they're different.
There's a lot of otters down there. Some, not, I don't think there's too many. Definitely not like Scab has. Scab has a ton of otters where he's at, and up in North Carolina. Yeah, that's crazy. What else should
I thought it was raining.
Doug Hetty just posted a new video if you want to watch it. Huh? Yeah. So does anybody have any big plans for this week? Alright, you're good. Appreciate you hopping in and saying hi. Hope you have a good night, man. Be well. just got one said Tuesday night. Said 9:55 p.m. Tuesday update. Meteorologist Doug Hetty. YouTube channel. Did you go to his profile and go to videos?
I'm on Facebook, YouTube.
I know, I said you did his profile and go to videos. One minute ago.
That just showed up.
No.
It was not there. It was not there.
Okay.
The only one I kept saying was 9 hours ago.
Okay.
You know what? You can sleep outside tonight. I kept
I don't
saying
care.
9 hours ago.
Pull the line in a couple of days. Yeah. I'm excited next year. I can actually trap through February, trap coyotes through February and stuff. Well, I mean, I can trap anything through February, but being able to trap coyotes through February would be nice. Fish that you can't trap anymore. Yeah. Pulling traps Thursday. Scott. Billings. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, PA, we're supposed to get hammered tonight. I mean hammered. Yeah. Say, they extended the season for coyotes to the middle of April, but I don't know how long. I don't know if I will trap that long. But to have the choice is nice. Trapping a podcast. I do not. It's hard for me to just keep up with some of the YouTube channels of people. I try to get on there and watch all the videos, but sometimes it's hard to do that. Oh yeah, Scab. I hope you get some good prices there. I know a lot of people haven't been doing very well with their first sales. Yeah, PA. Yeah, Joshua, it was nice. I don't want to get into it like I did the other night, but I definitely lost respect for the MTA through that whole ordeal. Kind of makes me second guess my whole support with them and having a subscription or whatever membership. So catch good looking coyotes and more. Yeah, I'm not worried about fur. It's more or less, trying to trap when it's 80 degrees. No, I haven't heard from Mark J in a couple days. Since Iowa's live, I think. I think Iowa's live was the last I heard from him. Or no, Sunday night at Boxy's live. He was on Boxy's live Sunday night. Yeah. Well, I mean, just getting decent right now with, is positive. Yeah. Mark's driving home from Cali. Huh?
I don't think we're getting anything until like 2 a.m.
I don't know. Driving home from Cali. Well, I hope he stays safe. Yeah, a lot of the prices were horrible. There's some things that did horrible and some things that, did better than a lot of people thought. So, it was just the MTA, the Missouri Trappers Association. Lost respect for them. Disaster truck when my recliner broke. I just got done welding it. AutoCAD. Well, had to go weld your recliner. That's funny. I mean, not funny, but yeah. Just Sunday book stuff for me too. Usually comments on my videos, but I'm not heard from him. Yeah. Say if he's driving, then I mean, he's probably not gonna be on his phone too much if he's driving.
Trapper did just comment on it.
Yeah. I was just wondering if things were going okay from work. Yeah, I hope they are. What's up, Jay? How you doing? This is Diversify. Working, just jumping in. Yeah. Did you end up getting a lot done in your shop today? In your shed? You know, the MTA, Missouri Trappers Association. So far, the NTA hasn't done anything to upset me. Saudi is a character. Nothing. You saved the popcorn. That's good, Articat. No need to spill the popcorn just because your chair breaks. Hey, Internet Vet, how you doing? Yeah, I got to meet a couple very interesting people through the convention season. I'd say probably one of the more interesting people is Billingsley knows him, but Pogo. He was definitely a very interesting fellow.
Oh,
You remember Pogo
yes.
with the penguin story? Hmm. Didn't talk to him in a long while. I'm doing good, Internet Vet. Nothing to complain about. I finally completely finished my taxes today, so that's one thing that is done and I ain't got to worry about for another 11 to 12 months. Yeah, I hope. As long as I don't get audited, I guess. Mr. Butts. What's up in Got the heating pad on your back. I appreciate y'all coming in here and chatting with me tonight. I know it's a weekday and kind of late, but trapping supplies are deductible, right? For me, they are. Because, I mean, that's my whole life. Lucky, yeah. Well, it depends on how you look at it. I sell trapping supplies for a living, so lucky, I can write off a dozen traps, but lucky, you gotta sell a lot of traps to pay the electric bill. Gotta set a 330 day and get the chain. That's crazy, PA. So what are you in the hospital for, Joshua? If you don't mind me asking. I don't remember you being in there. Is this just something that happened recently?
They said the night he was in the hospital. Well, I didn't say he was in the hospital, but they said the doctors just gave him meds, so he's going to be knocked out in 15 minutes.
Killing beaver. '70s and '80s. Well, you're getting way before me. Just wanted to swing by for a bit. I get to head out. All right, dear Slayer. You have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah. Yeah, we're supposed to get some crazy storm tonight.
I think it shifted for us. It might have hit Dale.
A sponsor? Uh, I don't really sponsor any YouTube channels. The ones I do, I normally uh, the ones that I do sponsor, like Asher Bros Outdoors. I sponsor him, and at the beginning of the season, I just sent him a few things. Uh, but I don't really have any people that I sponsor. I got a TV show that I sponsor, and Trapper J, what I do for him. Thought what weather this season is definitely need more dry next year. Yeah, definitely my back. I've had 5 surgeries and need to have number 62. That sucks, Joshua. Put out a video in the early 90s when he had 200 otter season. Wow, that's impressive. Was that the otters? Were most of those from North Carolina? Pop smoke myself. What does that mean? Pop smoke. Feelings in your it just faded away. Let's say it gets slowed down. That's good. Uh, Trapping Across America is a TV show. Scab, does that mean you're gonna try for a 200 otter season? Yeah, internet vet, yeah, he does. Thing about it is, the thing with me, like when I sponsor people, the problem with a lot of people that want to get sponsored, they just want handouts. That's the thing. They're not really looking for a sponsor. They just are looking for a handout. If that makes sense. Scabba, so my girlfriend was back in the way. Oh, Billings, this was your first year back? That's crazy. I knew you were gone for a little while, but I didn't know this was your first year back. It's on the Pursuit channel. I'm not 100% sure when the first episode's going to be on for this season, but it's in April. I've been meaning to look to see when the first episode is, but it's in April sometime. I'm from Sciatica. Scab, you're just fond of all kinds of things. Yeah, just hit home and it'll stay on the video you like.
Look up your TV show.
Yes. I said if you just hit home, it'll stay on the video.
I know, but where do I look it up at?
The name, Trapping Across America TV. How much for a banner? I don't know off the top of my head. I got one on the website. I think I only have one left in stock right now. Oh, Scab, it's GFW. Yeah, he's not been given very good prices this year, like at all. Took a while to get everything tested across the country. Yeah, I get it. Hey Rico, how you doing? Yeah, if you get on, what is it called? I know the Pursuit channel has a on Roku. You can get on Roku TV and watch it. But he told me that they are also going to be having their own channel on Amazon. But there is a couple trapping shows on Netflix. I believe it's what's it called? For the life of me, I can't remember the name of it, but they're from Canada. Yeah, I appreciate that, Flintlock. Yeah, I go live quite often. I'd say at least 3 times a week. I just get on here and chat about anything and everything, whatever people want to talk about. Crappy weather the past few days, yeah. We've had some decent weather the last few days, but we're getting crappy weather starting tonight. Yeah. Meat eater, yeah. Yeah, Trapping Inc. That's it, AutoCat. Thank you. I was wanting to say Trapping Time, but that's a different show. Just standing up for as long as I did tonight. That sucks, Cam. Melonsy, yeah, I understand that. Say, Scab, my brother, he's had 2 back surgeries now. And when he went in for his first one, they told him that there was some scoliosis in his back that was genetic. So I know I have some because I've had some back problems ever since I was like 8. Ever since I was 8, 9, my back hurt. So 50 to 60 vehicle pilot before financial miracles. That's crazy, Rico. Sign up for locals.com to see their episodes. Yeah. See, I've watched quite a few of them. I believe I watched them on Netflix. But it might have been on Amazon. I don't remember. I know if you have Amazon Prime, you can get on there and watch Trapper Jake, and that was a pretty good documentary. Yeah, Joshua, that don't sound like fun. Mm, mm, 81. So I don't know. We're supposed to be getting some crazy ones this year. Santa Beaver Lure to Newfoundland costs $40 to ship it. Yeah, that's really. I mean, that's not too bad. It probably costs more than that to send it to Canada. Yeah. Yeah, I seen that. That part of it was a little, I think, was a little much for the trapping documentary on Amazon. We found, I don't know. I don't know nothing about Canada. Most expensive place I've shipped to is Australia. Huh? For me to ship a dozen traps to Australia costs $320 just the shipping. That's a lot of money. Didn't have the heart to tell me. They don't bother me. I don't know nothing about Canada. Only thing I know about Canada is they got horrible laws. Uh, they're not a very uh, Christian-based country, and I would never live there. Nor do I ever plan on going there. Dog dude using at least some pictures for $5 Australia. Yeah. Canadian Customs told me that people's realities. Oh yeah, they don't have any respect. I mean, why would they? Yeah, I'm not a very big fan of Canada at all. Oh yeah. There's a lot of reasons other than just the firearm laws of Canada of why I would never live there, nor do I ever want to go. But that's one of them. All slice of ham bacon. Some parts of Canada have the greatest, most space people in the world. Other places. Yeah, I mean every country has its own problems, but as a country in whole, Canada has a lot of laws that I do not agree with, that I don't think are right, and I won't ever go to Canada for those reasons. I don't want to support a country like that. That and it costs way too much to live there. I have a couple friends live in Canada, and we talk about the price of stuff there compared to here all the time, and it's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, there's places here in the United States I can go trap wolf if I want. I'd never live in Canada. Yeah, that's not a reason for me to go either, Scam. I don't have anything against the people in Canada. It's the laws that Canada have passed that I don't agree with at all. the things that they do to people and stuff that they push. Not a fan of it, and I won't ever go there and give them my money. So, just my thoughts of it. So, eat some popcorn. Never had. One time I was in Canada, the sweet thing I met while I made a little trip was every weekend. Yeah. I said, one, you have a good night. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'll sleep through most of it because I don't think it's supposed to start till late. They were saying starting at 9, but now they're talking about starting later, so.
I think it shifted. I think it's hitting
Yeah.
west of us. Like we'll get rain, but
Yeah.
it's hitting more Oklahoma, Kansas, and more Mississippi.
So, Billingsley, how many conventions do you plan on going to this year? I'm still not quite sure how many I want to go to or am going to be able to go to.
First weekend of July, I have to verify with the house.
Huh?
Whenever we go to Iowa the
Oh.
first week, I have to verify.
Yeah, it's said I don't have anything against the people living in Canada. It's the laws that Canada have passed that I don't. And it's, I mean, the gun laws suck, yeah, but Canada was one of the main countries that was arresting preachers during COVID for having services. And Canada also passed a law just not too long ago to where if you, whether you're a teacher, a preacher, or a parent, or anybody in general, you can go to jail for talking to your kid about being gay or anything like that. To me, I don't think that's right, especially not for a parent. So, I mean, those two things right there make me not ever want to go to Canada. FTA, NTA, Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, and Arizona. Yeah, Missouri is probably the only one that's 110% for sure I'm going to be there. I'm trying, like no other, to get to the NTA. It all depends on if I have the enough money when that gets here to make it. Bloomfield is definitely one of the ones I really want to go to. And the FTA, which FTA ain't too far away. It's only about 3.5 hours, I think. So I'm gonna try to get to as many as I can. But it's one of those things. If I have the money when the time gets here. ITA, kid. Yeah, on TikTok's not on me. Yeah, talking about Trapper G, Rico. Trapper G's in Canada. I have friends in Canada, and like I said, I have nothing against Canada. I think Canada has some awesome country, but the just the like the I don't know if they call it the government over there, whatever they call it, is severely messed up, and I would not want to go over there and support it. Scam. All right, you have a good night, man. Thanks for hopping on and chatting with us tonight. Sounds like prostitution, yeah. There's places like that here, though, that there's states like Missouri where you just can't use snares in general. And there's places where you can use snares, but you have to take special classes for it. A 1 day fur takers deal and something. Yeah, I'd say Iowa has a bunch of different things going on, but it's hard to make it there for me. I'd say I definitely want to go to Bloomfield. I got invited to the state one too. The president of Iowa invited me to come to the state one. But it's another one of those things, man. If I have the money, I'll try to be there, but nice. Okay, yeah, I see. Here in Missouri, we can use cable restraints, but they cannot have any entanglement. So basically, you have to place it in a field with nothing around it. Which, to me, if I'm going to do that, I'm just going to, put a foothold or a blind set. Because if I'm going to use snares, I'd love to be able to put them on fence rows. Alright, Joshua, you have a good night, man. Thanks for hopping on and chatting with us tonight. A lot of the Illinois conventions back in the day. Say Nebraska is one of the ones that I'd really like to go to as well. Alright, Joshua. You might try to go to Nebraska. Yeah. Nebraska is a pretty good show. Alright, Rico. You have a good night, man. Thanks for hopping on and chatting with us tonight. So Nebraska was definitely one of my favorite places. The people there were super, super nice.
What's the one
Yeah, funky. Yeah, funky in Minnesota was there. Billingsley, what's your opinion on wire stretchers? Instead of using boards, using wire stretchers? Or what's anybody's opinion on them? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they the same? So I'm gonna try to make it to as many as I can to you this year. But all you use is wire stretchers. All right. Because I know a lot of people use boards that say wire stretchers are horrible. So I didn't know. So what's the best way to, if you're using wire stretcher, what's the best way to do a tail? 'Cause I know a lot of people on boards, they'll pin the tail. So how do you do the tail in wire stretchers, or do you just let it hang? Flint lock. You love boards. Yeah, I get it. I had somebody, one of my friends at our church that gave me a bunch of wire stretchers. Close, pin it open. I mean, I haven't really measured them, but I know there's like 6 of them that are about the size of a muskrat, and uh, I'd say probably about 8 of them that are the size of a large coon. I know wire stretchers are a little cheaper than boards. So I've never put up my own fur, but I'm thinking about giving it a try this year. Uh, do a little at a time. Only fur you put on wood is mink and beaver. Yeah. So have you ever, Billings, have you ever done a beaver on a hoop? Lots of them. PA, was it in pretty rough shape, or was it still look pretty decent? So I'm thinking about trying to do my own fur next year. Maybe not all of it, but some. At least start on some raccoon for practice. And just hang on the wall in the garage. Yeah. Electric staple gun. Yeah. That's what I figured. You know, he gave me all those wire stretchers. I figured, you know, I can try using them. If I don't like them, I can just hang them up in the shop and have something to hang in the shop, I guess. It's older than that. Billingsley, does Mike, does he use wire stretchers too? Airflow, yeah, I've seen a lot of people say they put nails in their beavers when they're on boards and then pull the beaver up to the head of the nail so the air can get around the front and the back of it. It's like Scab said, where he lives, there's so much humidity that he can't put his beaver on the boards because the boards stay wet and then the beaver molds. Yeah, yeah. And so it's always better to be safe than sorry. Say if it's not in too bad shape, I definitely clean it up and use it. I know those they make those steelhead tacks. Those things aren't very cheap. It's like $15 for 100 of them. On the other side, if you have down, That's what Scab said. Somebody was talking to him about using boards, and he says he has to use hoops because the humidity doesn't do well. He said that his beaver boards, he said he made some before, and it wasn't a couple months, and they were warped because of all the humidity that he has in his little shed. It's not late. So I think she's about to cry. Say fur handling is the one thing I really don't know nothing about. Yeah, he's got like a little swamp in his backyard. But I've thought about trying it out a little bit this year. Maybe at least trying a couple coons. Yeah. Got wood heat so you don't have fun trying stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Scab, his little shed, he doesn't have electricity or anything in it. So what's everybody gonna do throughout the summer since there won't be any trapping going on? Everybody gonna be fishing or what? I know turkey season's going on right now for a lot of states. A lot of people are starting to go turkey hunting. I started hanging furs to dry. I'm just gonna hang them on my wife's side of the bed.
Yeah, I don't have a wall because I'm outside, so.
No, I'll hang them from the ceiling.
No, maybe not. I'll switch sides.
I had to throw out 5. Why did you like singe the hair on them or something like? ADC trapping and fishing, yeah. I'm trying to get more into the ADC trapping, but it's gonna be a slow process getting my name out, I think, because I'm not wanting to do like the whole. There's a few ADC trappers around here that, that's their main job. That's like their livelihood. So I don't really want to intrude on them. I want to get more or less like the farmers that are having problems with coyotes or raccoons. That's kind of the stuff I want to get into. Not so much the, squirrels in the attic or something like that. I'd assume let the ADC guys take care of that. And it's kind of hard to get my name out. I've made a couple posts about it and all kinds of drama started over it. The one I made on Facebook, like the beginning of last week, that was ridiculous. The drama going on in that thing. Scabs and Meds hit him about 10 minutes. And yeah, he left. Yeah. ADC fishing. The live stream is backed up. I think, was that Swamp Monsters or something like that, the TV show? Groundhogs and bean fields and neighborhood. See, I wouldn't have a problem going after groundhogs either. Said I don't know, I don't really want to be in people's houses, so that makes sense. Bottling lure and bait, fishing, digging medicinal roots. Digging medicinal roots. What does that mean? You mean like ginseng or something like that? Yeah, I definitely got to start getting caught up for convention season, get some stuff done. Yeah. So it's starting to be morale season, ain't it? Getting there. Is anybody out trying to find mushrooms yet? Playing for the summer, dry dirt, lots and lots of dry dirt. Do you make wax dirt or do you just use dry dirt? Ginseng, golden seal, cohosh. Golden sea, clover's root. I ain't never dug anything around here. I can't even tell you if we have anything like that around here. We used to have a decent sized family farm, but they all got in an argument, split it up and sold it off, so I don't have anywhere to do much anything anymore.
Huh, give him hugs.
Why did you want to give me a hug? Oh, Dad. Yeah, I feel. You're supposed to be sleeping. Yeah, you're supposed to be sleeping. Good night. I'm too cheap to make wax dirt. I don't use calcium chloride at the site. Yeah. So we don't get enough. Our weather here don't get super cold, so I just use peat moss, and it hasn't done me wrong yet. So it's awesome, Bonesley. So yeah, I've never looked into doing any of that, so I don't even know if there's any of that stuff around here, to be honest with you. I know there's people here that look for morel mushrooms and sell them by the gallon bag. There's people last year selling gallon bags for like 50, 60 bucks. Use peat moss too, yeah. It's definitely my preferred thing to use. Of course, we don't get the weather like a lot of people do where they have weeks where it's below zero. If we were that cold, I would probably use wax dirt, but you know, we don't even get in single digits very often here, so.
What do you want? What? You're about to get a spanking. What do you want?
I'm just not ready for sleep.
You have to have an option. It's 2 hours past your bedtime.
Hmm?
What do you want? You're not playing. Bed. No.
Let's say she wants to play. It's what I do all summer. Fun. Females coming from Canada. I'm pretty sure the peat moss I used comes from China. Too lazy to work and too scared to swallow 5-day blues. Yeah. Alright, Judith and Dan, thanks for coming in tonight. Hope you guys have a good night. Have a good rest of your week. I think my peat moss comes from China because, like, most of the wording on it is like Chinese or Korean or something. Yeah, I thought about starting thought about doing a little garden this year, but I figured that my dog would probably just destroy it, so I decided not to. Yeah, Miss Sim, as far as I'm concerned, Russia and Ukraine can just kill each other, take each other off the map. I had a good season. Uh, I would have liked to have caught one more bobcat, but I had a pretty good season. I ended the season with 17 coyotes, 32 raccoon, 2 gray fox, 3 skunk, 1 bobcat, uh, at least 30 possums, and a cow. Yeah, I thought about having a decent little garden, but as I was thinking about it, I figured my dog would probably just go dig up the plants and eat the stuff growing. So I figured if I tried to grow tomatoes, my dog would just go eat all the tomatoes off the plants. Yeah, I skin everything myself. I've never put up fur. I always just sold green. But I'm thinking next year I might try to get into that. At least, do some raccoons to practice. I'd hate to, do some coyotes and screw them up. I don't have a picture of it, no. When I caught it, my only thought was to try to get it out because the mom cow was sitting there looking at it. And luckily I had my wife with me that day, and I told her, I said, I'm going to have to pull my truck in between the calf and the mom So because you're not really gonna have to worry about that calf hurting you. It's gonna be that mom going after you once you get close to the calf. So I pulled my truck in between them, and I told her, I said, get out and like hold slash pet the calf while I take the trap off. It didn't take but about 30 seconds. But I wasn't really thinking about getting a picture of it. I was just like, oh, I need to get this out. Oh, and I caught a hawk. Although by the time I got there, two other hawks had eaten the hawk that was in the trap. So, yeah. And of course, the domestic dogs and cats that you catch every year. Well, I guess I did catch one nuisance coyote, so you could say I caught 18 coyotes this season. But that wouldn't really end my trapping season, so I don't really count it. But I exceeded my numbers on everything, kind of really. I really exceeded my numbers. I was hoping to get 10 coyotes this year, and I got 17. So that definitely was better than I thought, and I wanted to get at least one gray fox and one bobcat. So I got all the numbers I wanted and exceeded a few. And I didn't really target raccoons this year. I just kind of put dog proofs out just, to take care of whatever. I didn't actually go out to try to catch a large number of raccoons. But I ended up with 32 of them, so next year I might, try for 50 or something. I don't know. Everything in life you learn to screwing it up, including for him. Yeah. My thing is I've screwed up a lot of stuff. But that's what I said, I'd rather practice on raccoons or something that really have no value anymore. Than, I guess coyotes don't really have any value anymore either. But I'd rather screw up a coon than a coyote or a fox or something like that. So that's just kind of my opinion about it. But I don't know. I'd like to do at least 4 or 5 coons before I try to do anything else. Fur will shine again, boys. Yeah. I think fur will go up because I don't think it can get much lower without just everything being non-sellable. So I think fur prices will go up, but I don't think they'll go up like people think they do. Like the coyotes this year, most people are getting $5 to $10 for a coyote this year if they sold one. So I mean, I wouldn't expect if a coyote that was worth $5 this year, I wouldn't expect it to get back up to $40-50. But if they got back up to 20, that would be nice. And you ain't screwing stuff up, you ain't doing nothing. Yeah. You decided you're going to master tanning. Is that like a school or something? Like one of those trapping schools? Everything's going up double almost except for, yeah. Well, most things have like quadrupled. So I said, I'm not looking for the huge prices like they had back in the 70s and 80s, but if I could get $5 for a coon and 20 for a coyote, I'd be happy. I'd be ecstatic. But when you're getting $8 for a coyote and $1 for a coon, it makes you not even really want to try to mess with fur. So. As most I was shipping my fur, so I wasn't making hardly anything this year. Which is okay. I traded most of my fur for tanning, so. 3.3 gallon of fuel for 20 bucks. Where'd you go? 'Cause that's over $5 a gallon. That's like $6 a gallon. Where, our gas was 371. Internet that, yeah. Sounds like a plan. At least one of us will know what they're doing. So our gas here is 371 and our diesel is 445. Last time I looked, which was like yesterday. I'm hoping fuel don't go up much more. I'm kind of hoping it goes down, especially when convention seasons get here, because $4 a gallon is gonna be hard to swallow when you're gonna be driving 5,000-6,000 miles. Yeah, sir, it's 364. $5.99 for diesel 2 days ago. That's crazy. Huh? I'm hoping our fuel don't get up like that. It's like I tell everybody, me and my wife, we don't go anywhere. We go to church. We go to church, which is round trip, 12 miles. We go to Walmart, round trip, 8 miles, and go to the post office, round trip, 12 miles. And the last month and a half, 2 months, we've been putting about $100 in fuel a week. That's all we do. Yeah. That's crazy. I think I'd be getting me some of that cherry flavored diesel. You know what I mean? At that time, it's probably just as cheap to use it and pay a fine if you get one than it is to buy regular diesel. It's awesome something. Well, I might have to try some of that. I've always thought about trying to tan something, but that's what they said. You go fill your truck up to $120. You fill your truck up and drive off, it's an $80 ticket. I said, I don't think that's quite how that works. You saw a log skidder today? I think people are going to start building them Flintstone vehicles again. They can just kick themselves wherever they need to go. I've honestly thought about doing a couple squirrels. Trying to flesh and dry a squirrel and tan it and see how that works. Yeah. That's the problem right now. You know, with the way fuel prices are, fuel's going to be one of the most stolen things. I watched a video the other day. A guy had a old like 90s model. It was like a late 80s model truck, and he put a like one of those big padlock locks that you would put on your storage shed. It's got the big plate that goes over the eye or whatever you want to say. And put the padlock on it. Put one of those on his gas cap, the door of his gas cap. I started laughing. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it used to, average week we'd only put 20, $30 in fuel, and now it's about $100 a week, and we don't go anywhere. It's like this is stupid. Huh. I don't know, that sounds like a plan. To me, I think doing any kind of fur work's just like anything else. It's getting into it's probably what's going to cost you a lot of money. Doing it don't cost a lot of money, but getting into it when you have to, buy your fleshing knife, buy your fleshing beam, or make one or whatever, and then get your stretchers and all that stuff. That getting into it costs money. What? They kick you out? Hey James, how you doing? No one talking about fuel. Yeah, with all that stuff, you can use the farm fuel, can't you, Cat? What did it say? Probably accidentally hit it. He probably thought he was posting something. James, you still catching a bunch of fur? Yeah, use the stuff all he is. Yeah, it's like I know people do a lot of that brain tanning, but I don't know if I'd want to get into that. So I definitely, I don't know, I want to get into more of the nuisance trapping here soon, but like I said, trying to find jobs is not been as easy as I thought it'd be. I didn't think it'd be easy, but it's been kind of ridiculous. Now I need to push that so I'm getting anything else to be a chance. I'm gonna pull them tomorrow. That sucks, James. I mean, it's good for the landowners, but as a trapper, it sucks. Not just shadows all the time. It was fucking. Like the tarp was falling on the panel, there was no shadows on the light pole. I couldn't figure out what it was. I don't know. So it seems like everybody's not having great weather this week, and it seems like everybody's getting ready to pull all the sets. Contact your local township lake to see if they have any people put in. Yeah, I told my conservation agent that if he needs any help doing any kind of nuisance work, just let me know. Been in the low 70s. Doing 48-hour checks. I don't want anything to do with that. Yeah. But no, honestly, it sucks when you go check your traps time after time after time after time and there ain't nothing there. You definitely get discouraged. I mean, at least you had some, really good weeks there for a little while. So, yeah,
I'm not feeling stressed anymore.
no personal problem.
And I'm ready.
You're always tired. You wake up tired. There's something to think.
I also wake up early.
That's what's called.
I do.
It's final shift too. Get out hours. Like that. Huh? What? Sounds like a plan. Internet vet, just let us all know. Had a great season. Can't complain one bit. Yeah. Say I had a great season too. I wish I could have got one more. I wish I could have got one more Bobcat at least. But I'm happy with what I got. I definitely got nothing to complain about. Some mole work. Yeah, we don't have very many moles around here really. Definitely not like some other places. I don't even really hear people talk about moles here. Our biggest problem with like stuff tearing up land is groundhogs and armadillos. Armadillos around here can get really bad. And I need to get me some live traps. One thing I really need to get is some live traps. Some cage traps. I really want to get one of those big bobcat ones, like the guillotine cages or whatever. Is that the guillotine door? Yeah. Say I don't know how to like reach out to people about it other than like Facebook. And yeah, I made that post on Facebook about it and that started a whole lot of drama for like 3 days and it was ridiculous. 10 several furs, including bear, beaver, coyote, mink, etc. Always part for me before I was flushing. You have to move everything. Yeah. I've seen some people that flush with a power washer. I'm not too sure on that. Trapping rock chucks, groundhog, co-worker, and I've gotten almost 40 so far off this place. That's crazy, James. I bet, yeah. The thing about it though, I bet is people thousands of years ago, they had lots and lots and lots of time. And bars run down if you may remember. Yeah, the problem with me is in the area I live in, I'd probably get a bunch of phone calls about people saying that, I should die, my whole family should burn in hell. Because I live real close to Northwest Arkansas, which is the home of Walmart and all those other places. So there's definitely a bunch of liberals around here. What is it?
It's the bottom of the back of the bag.
Yeah.
To keep it like set up.
Why would you wash it. That's like that stuff you just take a wet rag and wipe it down.
I didn't realize this was in the bottom of the bag.
Or you wash the whole diaper bag and Niptard, yeah.
Hold on. I can.
Flintlock, yeah. Arctic, I seen a guy that put propane in the holes and then lit it on fire and blew his whole yard up. Seemed to work pretty good for him. Don't put your name on it. Come on. This is my yeah. Definitely gonna get something figured out. Biggest thing right now is, like I said, most of my trapping supplies that I have for my personal use has been for my personal line, not really for nuisance work. So there's a few things that I need to invest in, like live traps, cage traps, and stuff. No fishers or floors, James, yeah. You can eat them too. I know a lot of people eat the smaller groundhogs. And lots of people say eat the small ones, make bait out of the big ones. Touch them all the head slash faces slash shoulder most. Yeah. Internet vet, yeah. I wouldn't have had mange the other day. Yeah, mange is definitely a nasty disease. That's for sure. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. Alright, Billingsley, you have a good night. Thanks for hopping in and chatting with us tonight. And gracing us with your expertise. Appreciate everybody coming on tonight and appreciate all the likes. And Dale, I really do look forward to seeing you at some conventions again this year. The biggest thing I know about fleshing is to make sure you got all the burrs out of your fur before you try. Otherwise, you're just going to slice them up like crazy. I say comb and brush your fur 2 or 3 times before you start fleshing it. Because if you catch a burr, you're going to slice a hole in it. Yeah. Everything hates fox. Coyotes hate fox. That's why using fox urine and fox gland is, a lot of people have success with it because everything hates fox. I think that's why fox are so mad all the time. Nobody likes them, so they're always mad. I always take my time. groundhog bit here, folks. Yeah. Well, I've heard groundhog is, really good meat. Talked to many people that like to eat it. So if people like to eat it, animals are gonna like it. I take my time with everything. That's the thing about people that expect stuff to happen overnight. They're usually the ones that fail at everything they do because they don't really try and then they give up and they don't ever get anything done or accomplished. I'm rolling up on 4 years I've been doing this. I started my outdoor store in 2018. So, hey Sheets Outdoors, how you doing tonight? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, during trapper season I was doing a video and I was thinking about when I opened up when I quit my job and opened up my outdoor store. I was thinking, it had been about 2 years. I started thinking about it and I was like, you know what, it's been 3.5 years. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. Now it's been, longer than that, but you've eaten a lot, but have a ton of beaver in the freezer. For it. That's awesome. Alright, Sheets, I appreciate it. You have a good night, man. Thanks for hopping on and saying hi. So, Flintlock, when you did the orange bottle, did you pickle your fur and all that other stuff? Because I've seen a lot of people that, they have a lot of steps. Like, they tumble their fur, they pickle their fur, they do all kinds of stuff. Hey, Hunt Ready, how you doing? Having a pretty good week. You guys have any good plans for this week? You got left coming up? So I made my first big batch of hot sauce today. Punching the clock, working 7 to 8 hour weeks. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm self-employed, so I can say I work a lot of hours, but I do what I love, so that's one thing. Fur and working on my truck, now I'm gonna go fishing. Yeah, I told the wife the other day that I want to, try to go fishing a lot more this year. And we might try to go here before too much longer. We'll probably end up just going to some public access or something like that. Don't want to go anywhere too crazy with my daughter. Sometimes she can be hard to keep up with. So, only work 14 days a month, and this is my short week, only 2 days this week. That's crazy, James. 14 days a month. You must work some very long days then if you only work 14 days a month. That's like something one of those offshore oil riggers work, where they work like, I knew a guy that worked he lived in Texas. He worked out in the Gulf of Mexico, and he would go out like 12 days and come back in like for 6 and then go back out for 12 hour day. That's not too bad. Learn to learn the pickle multi-step tuning internet what. What you need to do is you just figure out a way where you can shoot them and flush them and tan them all at the same time. Usually like a black powder, and just put too much black powder in it or something. So I was watching some tanning videos on YouTube, and I'd seen a bunch of people that put their fur in tumblers and they pickled it and all kinds of stuff. Soaked it, and it's crazy. Definitely seemed like a ton of work. That's crazy, James. Never work more than 3 days in a row. And you work at like the Cliff Bar factory or something like that, you said? That's crazy fun work. Maybe chase gobbies or shit, yeah. I don't really have anywhere by me that I can go turkey hunting. There's some public ground, but it's about 30 minutes away, and I don't know if I want to do all that. That, and I guess Missouri passed a law. Trapper Jay shared it. I've seen him share it a couple times about filming on public / conservation land in Missouri. Now you have to have like a license and a permit to do it. And refueling outages at nuke plants. That sounds like a crazy job. And yeah. Alright, Rob's Outdoors. Thanks for stopping in. You have a good night too. We'll definitely have another one. Probably be this week. I would expect possibly late tomorrow night, maybe Thursday. Do another live. It seems like everybody's got pretty much the same plans all week. Fur, pulling traps, fishing. Alright, Otter Cat, you have a good night. Thanks for stopping in and chatting with us tonight. So I probably won't be too much longer until I get off. Probably do what I normally do, let this run over 2 hours and then hop off. Gonna get a mink. Say Iowa Trapper's next check day might be him swimming his beaver sets. Supposed to be getting a ton of rain the next couple days. Can't sharpen anything, flushing like it's going straight. If you go to Iowa Trapper YouTube on his live video he did last Friday night. Uh, he talked quite a bit about sharpening fleshing knives on there. Alright, James, you have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping on and chatting with us tonight. Going to watch Trapped Up Outdoors or whatever. I do the lives to sit here. I mean, I like talking to people, seeing how everybody's doing, getting to know people. But the watch hours definitely help. But I like to just sit here and talk with people and get to know everybody and see how everybody's doing and stuff. That's what I like doing. And helping anybody out I can with any questions they have. He was doing that for me. I still struggle. It's definitely a practicing thing. So I got good at sharpening knives with a steel, but so I was a chef for a long time, so I did it a lot. Once you do it so many times, you kind of just get good at it. Internet bad. Oh man. I think you're more or less want to learn how to tan so you can make Trapper J into the Speedo. I think that's the truth behind that. But you have a good night, Internet Vet. Thanks for stopping in and chatting with us. Just can't figure it out. Yeah, it's definitely something that takes practice. Yeah, that's awesome. Alright, PA, you have a good night. Thanks for stopping and chatting with us. As far as watch hours and stuff go, I'm so far away from that I'm not real concerned about it right now. I still got to get a lot of subscribers before that matters too much. I figured it'll probably be next trapping season before I can get the stuff I need. Same host to the YouTube show phone, yeah. So it'd be nice to be monetized and have a little bit of, be able to make a little bit of gas money and stuff off of it, but it don't really matter to me a whole lot. So I'm so far away from that stuff that it's not really a huge thing in my mind. It'd be nice to get there, but it don't matter to me. I like just getting on here and chatting with people and being able to share and help out as much as I can. So a lot of my videos, I try to put as much information about what I'm doing at that very time that helps people. I don't know. It's like I did a video about how to wash skunk fur. How to wash skunk that is sprayed so they don't stink. And I've had a lot of people that messaged me back about that video saying that it helped them out. So stuff like that's why I do this. I think that's cool to be able to help people out. You never know what information you have that's going to help somebody. So yeah. I know how it is. It's like, it's what I tell people all the time. Trapper J, he's got like 78 or 79,000 subscribers. And when he does a live, he'll have 200 people, 250 people on his live. And most of his videos will have 15 to 20,000 views, which is, compared to a lot of people, it's quite a bit. But when you have, pretty much 80,000 subscribers and your videos are getting 15,000 views, it's not that great. And you're only having 250, 300 people on a live video. It's not that great. I'll say, I have a little over 500 subscribers on YouTube, and most of my videos get about 100 views. If I share them out and stuff, I'll end up getting more, but so 50,000 views. Oh, he'll usually have about 100 to 150 comments, but a lot of them are like people who just come in there and say first, second, third, fourth. I don't know what that's all about, but I've noticed a lot of people do that. I've gone on live videos here and people comment first, second, third, and it's like, I know what that's all about, but okay. They try to just, I don't know, they try to be the first one to comment for some reason. I don't know if there's a reason behind it or not, but helps the algorithm, I guess, yeah. It's crazy. That was my, like on my TikTok I got shadow banned on there because I had almost 1,900 followers, and most of my videos would get 150 views. So it's like, really? You're gonna tell me not even 10% of my followers are able to view my videos? Like, you guys don't show my videos to them? Oh, that's crazy. Because I went from getting, anywhere from 500 to 1,500 views on about all my videos to 100, 200. It's like, yeah, whatever. But I deleted my TikTok account. But anyway, I think I'm gonna hop off here. Appreciate you guys coming on here and chatting with me tonight. I look forward to seeing y'all on another live in the future. Like I said, we'll probably have another one or two this week. So I appreciate it and hope y'all have a great rest of your week and stay safe with all this crazy weather that's coming.